Another brick fan here with a polybag review. This is Flower Garden. This is set 30659, was released in January 2024. It has 64 pieces, no minifigures, and cost about $5 when it was released. This is the third, maybe fourth kind of flower collection from the Friends Polybag sets. I've reviewed several of those others. I'll go ahead and put some links up here for you to take a look at. These flowers tend to look really nice. I definitely like this little butterfly piece. I think that came in the collectible minifigure series 25 as well, or one similar to that. And then this water can is also pretty nice, although we saw those in some other sets last year, including a Harry Potter set. So let's go ahead and get this built and take a look at the finished flowers. Here are our finished flowers, or flower garden. As you can see, there's some fences here and some very tall flowers compared to the size of the fence. So this is obviously not minifigure scale. It's kind of a macro scale, if you will. Although these flowers are more life-size than I would say minifigure scale. I like kind of the way they did it. So there's basically three different types of flowers. You can probably notice during the build, but we have these pink leaves here with the yellow, which I thought turned out pretty nicely. And as you can tell, it's done upside down, and the way they accomplish that, of course, is one of these studs with the post piece on it, and then these candlestick pieces in the green. Then there is this more like a rose, perhaps. I like the use of these 2x2 angled pieces here to kind of create that petal effect, and then the use of the pink underneath the red there kind of gives a little bit of color change and some depth to this particular rose or flower here. So that looked really good. And in the back, I would call this a big sunflower, perhaps. Once again, a very large build. Nice to have this 2x2, or this is a 3x3 rounded tile, which you don't see too often. But then the petals, of course, are around this little spoke piece here. Once again, the upside down construction starting from the base on this nice brown soil into this. So it doesn't look quite as good from behind with all those exposed studs, but definitely looks nice and smooth and elegant from the front. Two other small pieces here that came with this. Of course, this little pitcher here. So that's a little watering can, if you will. And this is minifigure scale. And then I really do like this butterfly mold. So here is that butterfly mold, and this one just happens to have blue and some white on it. The one from the Series 25 is slightly different. Put a little picture of that up here in the corner. But you see, I like this. The mold itself is really cool, and then they can do different kinds of prints on that to make different species of butterflies. So I think there's a lot of potential to see more of those in some of these Friends sets and perhaps some others as well. Overall, I think it's a very nice little polybag. I like the other Friends flower sets as well. Like I said, there's been 3 or 4 others that have been produced over the years, so it's good to see them coming out with these every year. As far as value goes, this is, again, 64 pieces for about $5, so pretty low price per piece cost, which is nice. There are some good pieces in here, particularly that butterfly, but of course I like all of the different foliage pieces, so it's nice to get those as well. So I think it's a great value for a polybag. Hope you've enjoyed my thoughts on this polybag set. I'm going to get started on my next video. And until then, happy building. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to see more of my content. I've left a link to my polybag review playlist up here on the screen.